Those are the Missile Crown, my beloved. Unfortunately, it had one of the worst launches I've seen for a while. I mean, you had people not being able to log in. You had people having so many server bugs. It was a mess. It was a total mess. So let's run it down. I'll give you guys my thoughts, opinions, what I want to see, if I'm so optimistic, etc, etc. Let's talk about it. So ever since 2020, Test Drive with Unlimited Solar Crown has had a pretty interesting marketing and development roadmap. I mean, it's been filled with plenty of highs and plenty of lows. It's like a roller coaster ride, and right now we're probably at the lowest points that it's been. I think this is lower than finding out we're not going to get houses at launch. This is lower than anything because you can't play the game. Most important thing, the servers. Now, don't get me wrong, I've actually been pretty lucky. I think people who are on PC and in North America specifically, we've had some pretty good luck. I actually still have yet to see anyone get into a race with me. Every race I've done has been solo. I've yet to see, even when, however, actually, here's a quick little server issue. Even when I was able to group up with 4 people, that works. Sometimes it was hard to get into the free roam lobby, but it worked. We could never start a race. That's even up to today, my friends. Today, I still can't race with my friends in a group. And that's not good, because tomorrow's the 10th, and that's the silver edition unlock. And then 2 days after that, it's the 12th. That's a regular full game launch. And I'm not as optimistic as I was before, man. And the thing is, before even anyone says, I told you so, I've said the servers need to be flawless, pretty much, or near flawless, multiple times on multiple social media sites. On this YouTube channel, I've said it many times in stream before the game launched, in regular videos. On Twitter, I've said it multiple times. Discord, I've said it multiple times, not just on my Discord, but the other Discord, and even on Reddit, I've said it multiple times. And the funny thing is, every single stream and every single video that I've made, I've covered bugs I noticed while playing. I talked about the servers, I covered everything. So this isn't the first time me talking about it. It's not like I took a hiatus and decided to hide underground. I mean, you had people telling me, why am I not streaming my favorite game on the day it came out? What the fuck, I got work. Anyways, let's talk about some of the things I noticed while playing the game. The Camaro using the paddle shifters, which are rev match buttons rather than the actual H shifter it has, for example. But when you go into free roam, that's where I find the server issues also continue. Server sync when you're in group as well. For example, on stream yesterday, because I actually found out Kiloton did make the goalpost indestructible so you could play car footy, except you couldn't play car footy because the ball never synced in our lobby. We all saw it in the middle, it worked perfectly, but when one of us hit it, we saw it maybe pop up for a couple of seconds, and then it just changed. We all saw different balls in our game, and that doesn't work for those mini game modes. And in fact, there's not just that soccer game mode in, or football, whatever you want to call it, bro. It's not just that game mode in the game. There's also this little like mini game mode that I discussed on stream. All you have to do is hit the ball with your car, and you knock down some barrels. This also did not work. You couldn't tell if your friend hit or not because we never saw the same thing in sync. And that's not good because you create these little fun little mini games all around the map, but they'll never actually work unless you're by yourself, and you can't play these type of games by yourself, man. Not at all. So Kilton has a lot of work to do on the servers, not just on races, but it looks like connection. And the thing is, server traffic. The traffic we see in the game is server-sided. Now, that works because, I mean, when you're cutting it up in traffic, or, you know, you're playing with your friends, it would make sense you all should be seeing the same traffic. And now the thing that presents is sometimes we'll see traffic to spawn, or we'll see traffic get full. But the thing is, if traffic servers aren't synced or the traffic isn't working, we won't see any much traffic, or we won't see the proper traffic we should be seeing in the game. So that also is affected by the servers. And again, I watched Black Panther's video covering TDU SC, and he basically was saying that it's, you know, by the way, Theo, if you're watching this, I like to believe and assume they didn't give you a code because he talks about online only, because even I talked about online only and I'm still in discussion with devs. So maybe it was miscommunication. That's what I'd hope to believe. I had hope that that's what happened, and the con didn't just say, yeah, screw this guy Theo, we're not gonna talk to him anymore. So I do hope that that's all that happened. But anyways, I was watching Black Panther's video. He was going over this EU servers and basically how you guys can't even connect, bro. It's a totally different story compared to NA, and I assume that's because NA has less people than EU, basically for game player base wise. But with that being said, you have to make sure these servers are good, because when the 12th comes, if these servers aren't working, we still see login issues, this game's gonna get ripped apart, bro. I'm already know, and I called it. I called it, bro. Even at TDU Connect, I said, when I found out this game was online only, I literally said, if this is the direction you guys are gonna take, you gotta make sure that these servers are near flawless at launch, because you're gonna get heavily criticized for it, and rightfully so, because you have a large population of the community saying, you know, especially after the crew debacle, they're gonna be asking for offline only at launch. They've been asking for that, and obviously if your servers aren't up to par at launch, just like how it was, the community is going to stress that even more. They have something to now obviously leverage with the fact that they should have been listened to, among many other things, and, you know, like houses and all that. But in all seriousness, guys, the servers is something that can make and break the game. Now we have to see it improve, but there's a lot of work to do in 4 days. And like I said, I'm not the type to wish harm on a game. That doesn't make any sense, bro. Why would I want the game I love to do bad? That doesn't make any sense. So I'm not gonna say this game's gonna fail, it's trash, all that. It's not something I'm gonna say. But I will say is that this game needs to show out on the servers when this game launches, not only on the 10th but on the 12th mainly, because it is going to get criticized. And honestly, I'd rather them work on the actual server infrastructure right now than try to rewrite the whole game and separate it from offline to online, because you buy a car, it's online. It calls the servers most of the time, and because of that you get simple issues. For example, you have an issue with people on Reddit. You buy multiple cars by accident because of an error. Now your garage is filled with these vehicles, and unfortunately you can't sell cars in Test Travel Unlimited Solar Crown, which now it looks like that feature has to come back sooner rather than later, because there are people who have 10 Mitos in their garage for no reason, and that has to kind of go, you know? At least give us a percentage back of the vehicle cost, whatever. I'm sure there's many ideas you can create surrounding that, but that's just one of the many issues that I've seen, especially taking a look at Reddit. And it's worth noting, by the way, they did actually cover offline only, the ability to add offline post-launch. It was actually mentioned in a interview with the head of Nakon or something like that, Nakon Racing. I'll pop it up on the screen right now for you guys to go ahead and see. But basically, they mentioned that they're going to look into adding offline when the game's end of life comes, because they don't want to have the same situation as the crew. So it looks like that's possible, but I feel like that's not going to happen if this game doesn't succeed to begin with. So, you know, that's not really looking good, bro. So this game needs to succeed to be able to get all of that. And Kilton, you know, you can't really blame the gamers for the game's failure, especially if many of them aren't even able to access the game. I mean, let's take a look at Steam charts right now. I mean, here we are looking at Steam charts, and bro, look at this. 2,000, and well, players right now 2,457, and we're having issues. I mean, there weren't even 5,000 players at launch, and there were a lot of issues that happened on these servers, at least for NA. Now the thing is, you have this amount of people on Steam, you shrink that down to NA, that's an even smaller player base. You shrink that down even further to platforms, well, sorry, this is just Steam, so yeah, you just separate this by region. Now the issue is that in ranked, you know, the main part of the game, if you can't get into ranked lobbies, because I just tried this morning, I tried many different ranked races, no one joined me. I can't even do ranked. Imagine when ranked officially starts, the season officially starts, and I can't get solar court because I can't even play ranked. Brother, that's not a good thing at all. And the thing is, like I said, I never had a chance to play races with anyone other than myself, which, funny enough, is basically what a lot of people wanted, solo races. So it looks like we got solo races, which is pretty ironic in the way that it happened. But yeah, and the funny thing is, guys, despite all of that, I'm somehow still having fun on this game. I mean, not really somehow, because I knew I'd still have fun in this game, bro. Like, I'm still not going to lie to myself. The thing is, you can still enjoy a game while at the same time bringing up its flaws and critiquing and basically showing you guys that, hey, you know, I'm having fun, sure, but this can be way better if you do this. You know, I'm not having fun, but this could be way better if you do this. It's okay to criticize a game, especially if it's rightfully so, based on the graphical bugs, because that's another thing. PS5 and Xbox Series X, and especially S, they may look pretty at some times, but the graphical bugs that exist, especially the lighting and shadows, those ruin the actual graphics. I mean, they don't look as good all the time. This game can look beautiful, bro. Beautiful. It can look beautiful, especially on PC. but daytime has quite a few like lighting bugs that don't make it look as favorable at all. That's honest. And again, despite all that, I still have fun playing the game. And like I said, you can critique it, you can say there's something wrong with the game and still enjoy it, guys. There's nothing wrong with that. However, this is not me telling you buy the game, bro, I'm having fun, you know, no, bro. I cannot recommend buying this game until you see how it goes on the 12th, not the 10th, bro. See how the 12th goes, maybe a couple days after that. If the game is doing a lot better compared to what it was at launch, the server wise, then yeah, for sure, I think you guys should pick it up. It's fine. The physics I like, the graphics I like, etc. It's not a bad game. And that's true, because if we scroll on Twitter, meaning there's this tweet here, everyone, you can literally go through this and people all said they were having fun. Most of them. Don't get me wrong, there are still people with issues like this person here, but most of the people still say that they have fun. The underlying game is pretty decent. However, the issues that exist either throw them off or just don't make the game as fun anymore. Look at these tweets, for example, bro. The game can look pretty, but it can also look pretty bad. Although bad might be subjective, to be fair. But here's another example. I took some pictures with my MC20. Yeah, looks nice, but can you see the little reflection bug at the bottom of this? This is a carbon diffuser. For some reason though, it's reflecting some silver diffuser. Stuff like that, bro. It's these reflection, lighting, graphical bugs that ruin how this game looks, man. And if they can optimize the game further and improve that, sure. But again, the servers are more important than any of this, because without the servers, you can't even play the game anyways. Oh, and before I forget, they actually posted this the other day. Basically it's talking about updating those server issues and compensation. Now, like I said, there's issues with people not being able to launch races, the Aberdeen thing, bro. There's so much. So much, bro. But yeah, I'll leave a link to this in the description. But apparently we're gonna be getting compensation. Don't know what it is or when we're getting it. More details will be provided later. Let's continue on. So now I truly hope that Nakan and Kyotan know what they have to do, bro, because again, the 12th is very important, guys. And as I've always said, I'm enjoying the game, I'm having fun playing it, but I cannot recommend this game right now. I can't recommend it to anyone. And I said this from before the game launched. If the servers are not up to par, I said this on every social media site, bro. So, you know, it's funny how people say I don't criticize, but I do, believe it or not. I criticize quite fairly and honestly. But as I'll say, without the servers working, there's nothing much we can do. And I do hope for the success of this game. I don't want to wish bad on it. That's why I'm having this stance. But I'm definitely not as optimistic as I was previously, because the servers are going to be detrimental to the game's experience, bro. We don't want another TD2 scenario, another TD2 curse, right? So, fingers crossed, we see the future, you know, miracles happen, a Hail Mary, whatever you want to call it, because it's not looking as bright as it was. Other than that, that's all I have to say, bro. I guess it's just like a little small rant about the game, and you know, there's not much else I can do, bro. Not much else I can do or say, because you guys see on stream, bro, I have fun, but there are a lot of issues when I'm playing the game. You see on stream, and I call it out on stream. The small little bugs, the graphical bugs, everything. I call it out when it happens. So yeah, but I'm all set. If you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like and subscribe for more TDU content. And I do apologize, guys, I'm trying so hard to keep up with the content, but it's very hard because, well, I'm level 26 and I have work. You know, despite what the guy said, why am I not streaming my favorite game on launch day for more than 4 hours that I already did? Yeah, it's because I have work, bro. I have money to make, guys. YouTube, and believe it or not, I'm not paid to make you know, propaganda videos on TDU SC. So with that being said, I need a real life job. So, you know, that it'd be like that. But anyways, fingers crossed, bro. It's not looking good. It isn't looking good at all, but give us a miracle. Please give us a miracle. I'm not excited to see you guys another video. I'm out, guys. Peace.